Joining us now on the phone is a man who needs no introduction. He is the future Hall of Famer, the legendary Bernard Hopkins. Welcome to BoxingInsider.com radio.
Thank you for having me, man. Good to hear from y'all again.
So, Bernard, what did you think of the Wilder Fury 2 fight this last weekend?
First of all, it lived up to all the expectations of people that I've talked to, and that is what? That is, it's going to be a shootout. It's going to be a fight that, in the heavyweight division that's been sort of in a coma for quite some time. Even though Fury dominated it, the drama and the suspense of it, and until it became reality, had the heavyweight division back in the spotlight. On that note, being a promoter and partners with Golden Boy, to me, I say it was a great success based on getting boxing back in the forefront of sports.
I got to ask you, though, what was your thoughts on the stoppage? Did you agree with it or?
Yes, I agree with the stoppage. And let me tell you, I picked Wilder to win a decision, and Fury proved a lot of people wrong. He had a game plan, and that game plan was put pressure to come forward and make Wilder smother that right hand and let him fight with a Russian type of mentality, where he had a rush to get him off of you or to make distance between himself and Fury. And that's what I think was part of a game plan that Fury went in with. Because immediately he didn't try to box him, Fury. He didn't try to do anything else but come forward. And Wilder had to fight him off his back foot and try to keep him off him. And he couldn't.
Now, let me ask you a question. What do you think about Wilder wanting the immediate rematch?
I think that when fights are big and they're at that stage where Wilder gave him an opportunity, I'm not surprised there was a clause of a rematch in there, because Wilder wants to, get back in the mix. He wants to redeem himself, obviously, and he wants to exercise that. If you're asking me, Bernard, do you think he should exercise it now? I'll say no. I'll say let him fight Joshua, and you fight the winner of Joshua, and you get two instead of one.
Right.
So do you think Fury has Wilder's number already?
Yes. I think he has his number, and even more after this last fight that he have his number.
I mean, I agree with you as far as he has his number, but Wilder always has that equalizer. He always has that big right hand, so he's always in the fight. I mean, I think it was a great idea for Fury to come in 273 pounds. I'm just surprised myself that he carried it.
I'm surprised Wilder came in so heavy.
Yeah, I think that killed his legs as far as that too.
Well, I got to ask you too.
Well, you saying he killed his legs. If you listen to what Wilder said, it was his whatever pounds of
His costume.
of armor that he was wearing, the costume, that was like, which didn't make no sense to me.
Yeah,
but
did it?
nevertheless, you know what? Nevertheless, you know what? One thing that I can tell you in my 30-something years in professional boxing, that excuses normally weigh thin after the fact, and I think that Fury is probably the best boxer puncher in the heavyweight division. That's tall, 6'9", close to 7 feet tall, and actually, the biggest heavyweight that I've seen that's relevant in a long time, that can move like a cruiserweight. I think he's a problem for anybody right now, and I think that if anybody in the front runner to be the face of the heavyweight division, I know everybody's going to get surprised. I'm going to get a lot of calls on this. It's Fury. Fury right now in the heavyweight division.
Now, what would say so in the rematch? What would Wilder have to improve on? What would he have to do in training camp if he wants to beat Fury?
He have to do everything he done in the first fight and the second fight different. And that, okay, Bernard, elaborate. I can.
I love that.
He must be first. He must be in position to hit, not get hit, and he must use his small frame, his athletic ability to make Fury not only burn out, but make him miss. He must make Fury miss. He must make Fury get frustrated. He must do a little bit what Fury does to him. What is that? He must do all these things to make Fury feel that he has to win by a knockout. And that's the frustration part. You got to take him out of his game plan. Whether he can do this is going to be very, 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 very difficult to accomplish.
But no,
For any heavyweight.
as a former fighter and now promoter, what do you give your young fighters? Like, it seems to me like Wilder before the fight, he looked like he did a lot of bulking up as far as like crazy strengthening, conditioning training, like came in 234 pounds. I think that hurt him in the fight as well. Like, what do you tell your young fighters now, like, about strengthening, conditioning and stuff like that? And if you do.
First of all, your analysis is right about the bulk, the big. I think when they are sitting duck with or without talent, when they take their bodies and they take it to me, to prepare for a different sport, football maybe, rugby, or some kind of contact hard sport, where you use every part of your body, size and height and weight, to be able to neutralize that target. But this is boxing. And one thing about boxing, we know that, is the muscles don't make you
They don't make
the
you
better
better.
boxer.
Yeah.
The muscles and the strength, yes, strength always helps. But if you don't know how to use those strengths in a positive way, in the right way, then you won't be effective. What I think that boxing became part of the commercialism of fitness. It became part of, let's inject boxing and let's inject training and different types of training to enhance a boxer's chances to be stronger, faster. But these things, to me, I think works in certain sports positive and certain sports negative. In boxing, okay, I can understand strict training. I can understand certain things. But when it gets to the point where you got a guy that's on a surfboard and he's in the ocean, and the reason he's on a surfboard because it's going to make his balance better, because if he's in the ring and he get hit, he won't fall down as quick, or he'll learn how to withstand the motion of you know, how he feels or she feels when she get hit. I think that the old school training, along with the new world, and things that you can take out of this time, 2020, and things that you never forget from the past, if you can put them together and steer them in the right direction, that's when you're going to have, to me, a complete fighters with the best of both worlds. This world and the past world. And there's very few talented fighters or teachers out there. See, let me tell you about the teachers. See, the teachers are very slim in boxing. But it's a whole lot of trainers.
It's a whole lot of
Right.
trainers.
But it's a whole lot of damn trainers.
Right.
And guess what? The last time that I realized that you can go to any fitness group or any fitness facility in any city and find a trainer, but a teacher that can teach you the sweet science. Wilder didn't have a teacher there. Wilder didn't have a teacher because there's no way in the world a teacher will let you come out on your legs to wear a 300-pound or 200-pound costume
You know,
and go in there and fight 12 rounds with a guy that can fight, that's 6'9", weighing 250. He's going to lean on you. So if he's going to lean on you and you're going to go in the ring with all that stuff on your armor, you're not fighting with that stuff. You got this armor stuff on like you're going to be taking bullets or something.
I think
is insane.
I think a
This
lot of
is
that came
insane.
from. I think a lot of that came from like the management, as far as like won't let the teacher be the teacher. You understand what I'm saying? I think money is like controlling that whole situation.
I think managers should stay out of who the fighter picks unless the fighter doesn't respect the managers and doesn't respect most situations. I can't even get into names.
Mm-hmm.
Most situations got a lot of naysayers, got a lot of takers. So the takers ain't going to expose themselves because they want to keep their job. So what they have to do is be yes man.
Always.
Nobody told Wilder that uniform, first of all, costs too much damn money. Second, is too damn big and heavy to go in the ring.
But do you believe
And
that excuse?
I guarantee you that outfit he made was six figures.
Six figures
probably.
it was. You know, this is the hip hop generation. You know how this go. This is like post Floyd Mayweather. Everybody wants to have a strength and conditioning training, and cryogenic, and all of this. When I started boxing in 1991, my trainer was my everything. My teacher, my strength and conditioning, the running guy. He was everything. These guys now.
Because the trainer knows you better than a conditioning guy.
Of course.
The trainer knows everything. So we old school.
I believe now these strength and conditioning trainers are messing up boxing. Boxers are being caught with steroids and all types of stuff now that these guys are involved in it.
I don't think they're messing up boxing. I think it's even worse. I think the strength and conditioning guys are robbing the fighters in boxing.
Wow.
It's even deeper than that. Yo, it's even deep. I support you. What you said, I support that too. But I'm going to go deeper than that. They robbing the fighters. They're not, yo, don't you know it's not cheap to hire these dudes?
Hell
These
no.
guys are expensive. These guys are expensive.
They want to take your blood and look at your blood and show them as oxygen. Your blood is losing when you're in the ring. What the hell? What they do in the caveman days? What did Joe Louis? What did Joe Louis did? What did these dudes do, Ali? They won 15 rounds, y'all.
15.
They robbed it. Yeah, they to me they're robbing the boxers. They robbing because they're not cheap. They're not cheap, man, and they robbing. They testing. They tasting. They sweat, telling them they need more salt in they sweat. I mean, this is crazy. Like this is this new microwave society where you can like you can sort of create in a factory a champion or the way a champion should be and train, and you never know what they're giving these fighters or what they suggesting that can help them be stronger and faster.
Right.
You know, it's all kinds of things that can come out of this. Listen, your trainer knows the fighter. Now, in this microwave society, guess what, y'all?
What's
The
up?
trainer rarely got anything to say.
You're
Hell
right.
no,
Yeah.
It's the fitness coach.
He running the
that's
show.
telling
Yeah.
Yep, he's running the show. Look, I don't think you should go 8 rounds a day because I'm gonna take you out on the sand. I'm gonna take you out on the sand and run on the beach for 4 hours. like you training for 4 hours for a 30+ minute fight.
You know, I think these
It
young
doesn't make
fighters need
sense.
to hear this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely need to hear this. Oh man.
Now, what would you say started this trend with strength and conditioning?
Floyd
Bernard?
Mayweather. You didn't hear me? This is post Floyd Mayweather.
That's part of it. And it just look. They watch. You got the Mayweathers. You got that person. It's a few people, and they just somebody. Listen, boxing, unfortunately, can be easy influence to be followers and not leaders.
Right.
So anyway, Bernard, can you tell us a little bit about Canelo Alvarez, his comeback, and what the future holds for Canelo and some of the other fighters that you guys are promoting over at Golden Boy?
Canelo Alvarez right now represents 2 weight divisions, light heavyweight and 160. From my understanding and seeing him from the Floyd Mayweather fight on, is a scary process for other fighters in that weight class. The 2 divisions he ruled right now. Got to be worried, or they want a big payday. Now, that still is a big payday. If they're not worried, they don't want a big payday. I understand they can be confident. I understand they believe they can win. Everybody got a chance.
Everybody.
But reality, but the reality is, no matter if you like it or not, tomorrow is Tuesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
we're not going to change that, right? So things will change for you before tomorrow don't become Tuesday. So let me tell you something. He's getting better. He's gotten better.
He's gotten way better.
Thanks to Floyd Mayweather. And to his ability too. And learning about the schooling, the finesse, the IQ, the ring generalship that he was taught, even though he had to take that L. If you're going to take a loss, I would suggest to any young person that's listening to this, you rather take a loss on learning than being a fool.
That's why Mark Breland was great in the corner the other day.
That's right.
Say that boy life.
He's going to be hard. He's going to be very difficult to beat based on his ability, mindset, and his ability. I talk to this guy, man. I see he's dead serious. He's not caught up yet. He likes to ride fast race cars. He like all that stuff. But at the end of the day, he shuts down the family. He goes, he gets it in, and he fights like he's hungry and starving. He's not fighting like he got the biggest contract in boxing. He's not fighting like the second, whatever you want to call it, whoever you add.
Right.
True.
He's not fighting like that, and that's the key. The key is how do you withstand, and the distance and the discipline. The fight like your refrigerator is empty, even though it's full. That to me impressed me. When I see an athlete in any sport do what Michael Jordan did in basketball. When he won the 5th championship, he put up 6 and said he's gonna win one more. Who does that? He didn't even bask in the glory. Then let me deal with this, and then I come back and tell people my dreams. He said, "No, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to get another one." Come on, man. Only special athletes do this.
Right.
And I'm saying Canelo has an opportunity to be one of those special athletes when it's all said and done. Right now, it's about building his legacy now.
So that's what I was gonna ask. Was like, what is it that drives kind of like what can an athlete what keeps that hunger in an athlete?
You got to be gifted. You got to be gifted to keep that hunger in athletes.
You gotta be born with that shit.
You got to be gifted. Because guess what, y'all? No, it ain't even born with you to be hungry. Because think about it. There's a lot of people that's good people that's been hungry. As soon as they got some food, they ain't not hungry no more. Listen to that. I just got finished kicking science theory right now.
That's a fact.
A lot of people is hungry.
I appreciate these Jews, champ.
A lot of people is hungry. A lot of people is hungry to start off in boxing.
So I want to ask you a question.
Now, once you get a taste of bread and olive oil, are you still that mentality? Can you still think? Even though you eat lobsters every now and then, even though that you live somewhere else in the area code, can you still look in your refrigerator even though it's full and look and your mind is empty, and then you work like that? So now you gotta play a hell of a mind game on yourself to open your refrigerator and you see the steaks, the lobster. You can travel anywhere. You can go in a car and start any car up. People are blowing you. Hey, you're the great, you're a champ, you're a champ. And you still gonna go out and knock people out like a young Mike Tyson? That takes a strong individual, y'all.
Right.
It's not easy.
So I want to ask you a question about the development of your up and coming star right now, Ryan Garcia. Do you think he's gonna be the next Canelo Alvarez?
Ryan Garcia has a chance to be bigger than that. And I'm going to go on record and tell you, Ryan Garcia got a chance on being bigger than Oscar De La Hoya was.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's true. His
Please.
last performance was crazy.
And listen, and Canelo Alvarez ain't nothing to sneeze at. He got a chance to be in this generation because of the social media, because of all the things that me and Oscar didn't have in our career. He has a chance with his ability, especially if he pick up what he did last fight.
Yeah. I don't think nobody's messing with him.
He knocks off who can fight, who's going to be a threat to anybody which I believe he can do it, and I believe he will do it.
After his last fight, he made me a believer.
Hold on. When he knocked off the guy from D.C.,
Gary Russell?
Tank Davis.
Oh,
Tank
Tank Davis.
When he knocked off Tank Davis, you know what they're going to say?
What are
When
they gonna
Tank
say?
get hit a lot, Tank right there, he get hit a little bit. You know, he just boxed him. He ain't stay there and fight him. A win is a win.
Yeah.
He beats Tank Davis up. He has no good defense.
None.
So he beats Tank up.
Wow.
Hold on. People don't know. They think Tank talking a little funny now. Tank Davis don't have a good defense. No, he don't have a good defense. I'm keeping it 100.
Yeah.
He don't have a good defense.
He
And the
took-
way Ryan reflexes are. And Ryan Garcia fights like an unorthodox Mexican fighter. He's not the typical Mexican fighter.
Yeah.
But I see
He
Devin.
been eating some collard greens. He been eating some sweet potatoes. He been eating some collard greens. He been eating some sweet potatoes. And I don't know if he eats pork, but I see a little pig feet every now and then.
Oh,
I know
man.
Devin Haney's.
Anybody know I ain't stereotype. I'm keeping it real.
Yeah.
They know for a fact that he got to go in the urban community and get that type of cooking.
Yeah.
So is it safe to say that maybe the Mayweather team doesn't want that fight for Gervonta then?
Listen, if Mayweather, first of all, if Mayweather wanted that fight, you don't take a chance on letting them fight or letting Tank fight anybody else, and you get a hiccup or a bump on the road. You get that when you can. Both guys are right there for taking. Ryan won it. Tank Davis said he won it. But Floyd and the people behind him ain't going to want it. You know why? Because they know the styles suits Ryan Garcia more than it suits Tank Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Ryan Garcia has a tough fight up ahead of him. He has the fight against Linares. Do you think Linares will be able to give him a run for his money?
I don't think so.
I don't think
Listen, this is
so.
what's going to happen. This is going to happen. Linares is an old Ferrari. And Ryan Garcia is a new Ferrari. That old Ferrari didn't get his tune-up until he gets in the ring with the young Ferrari, Ryan Garcia.
That's what's up.
But then I have Devin. You guys have Devin Haney, who's been knocking on your guys' door for a while now, asking for Ryan Garcia. What are your thoughts on Devin Haney?
You just said the key thing. He's been knocking on the back door. He got to knock on the front door. Anybody knocking on the back door, go grab your gun or call the police. He has to come in through the front door. How do you come in the front door? He must beat or jump every chance he gets down Ryan Garcia's throat and say, I want you, don't fight nobody else. But I believe you and I and the fans will know.
Biggie said,
that
kicking the
if
door and
Ryan
waving the
Garcia-
4-4.
Yup, if Ryan Garcia says to everybody, I want to fight Tank Davis and not Henley, nobody's gonna knock him. Nobody's gonna knock him for wanting to fight Tank. It's not like he don't want to fight Henley and then he don't want to fight Tank and he want to fight somebody else. I guarantee you that Ryan Garcia tomorrow, without even talking to him, will tell you he'll fight Tank Davis if you want to fight the next fight. Well, the fight after Linares.
So I just gotta ask you, because you being a former undisputed middleweight champion.
Ryan Garcia knocks out Tank Davis late in the round. He
I can
knocks
see
out
that
Tank
happening.
Davis.
I can see that, man. Tank
beat-
Davis
he
sound like
beats him up and he
the
knocks
male
him.
Cardi B.
Yes.
He sound like the
Yes,
male
he
Cardi
beats-
B.
He beats him out, and I'm going to use that. I like that. Tank Davis is like the male Cardi B.
All right, Bernard, we got to go in a minute, but we wanted to ask you real quick about the Boxing Hall of Fame and your induction.
Yes, I'm so ready to be showered and embedded in the history, 100-plus years of professionalism of boxing, the sweet science, the greats. Listen, man, I'm in the house of the greats that laid the path for me, and now I get a chance to lay the path for the next generation. first of all, yes, it was discipline. Yes, it was going against establishment. Yes, it was going against everything. It was changing my life from the penitentiary and coming home and never going back and made something out of myself. So we know for most people, Reform Act do work if you want to take advantage of it. At least I can say, worldly known, I've done that. So I must say to y'all that being in the Hall of Fame goes back to, just imagine if I didn't follow my dreams, we wouldn't be talking about the Hall of Fame. We wouldn't be talking about my legacy. We wouldn't be talking about anything. So that is a message for all of us, not only me, but for all of us. You never know who you thrown away. You never know who you giving up on. You never know who you encouraging or not encouraging by what you say and how you support them. And it's be part of the Hall of Fame and be in the Hall of Fame. First ballot. The hard work in the middleweight division, light heavyweight division, is a testimony to anybody. Never give up. I didn't give up. And one of my proudest, if not one of the proudest moments in my life, to be recognized for the work I put in for 28 years.
Wow.
Turned pro at 25 years old. I retired at 52.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, listen,
Wow.
that was long due. For you to be inducted in the Hall of Fame, it was long due, man. And we just want to say congratulations for that. And honestly, it was an honor having you on our show. We look forward to
Definitely.
having you on again.
And it was very educational.
very
very.
educational.
I learned a lot.
Thank you very much. And let's look back for the rematch. And Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, that's the fight I want to see.
Hey, and if it's a Roy Jones and you fighting again, I want to be a sparring partner again.
Yes.
I need to dust
Yes.
off the gloves
All
just
right, bro.
one more
Well,
time,
that
baby.
means
Give me the
if you're
call, baby.
That means if you're going to be a sparring partner, you got to be in a nursing home like both of us, because that's the only way we're going to fight. We're going to have two canes in our hand, and we're going to talk about what we should have did when we fought. And then you're going to come in the middle, and you're going to say, well, I can beat both of y'all.
All right. Well,
All
thank
right,
you very
B-Hop,
much.
thanks, man.
God bless, man. All right, love talking to y'all. Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.